Hey guys, as you can see here, I have a shot timer that I just purchased, Competition Electronics ProTimer BT. It's a pretty basic shot timer. It's one of the cheaper ones that you can get on Amazon for about $119. I did opt to go with a slightly cheaper model because I do plan to upgrade to a more expensive model down the line, and I didn't want to have to replace something that was kind of mid-tier. So I am looking at getting something in the $300 range. Some of you may have seen it on Amazon, but it's got Bluetooth, it can connect to your phone, it can do all sorts of cool fancy things. But I figured for the meantime, while I'm practicing and getting used to shot timers, this would be a really good purchase. So we'll talk about it. It comes in a cardboard box, right? And it's got just some bubble wrap in there and this operating manual. And so the operating manual is pretty simple. It tells you pretty much how to go through, set it up. Pretty simple to follow instructions. And then we have the device. It's got 4 buttons on the front, a speaker, a microphone, 1 button on the side, a 3mm aux cord. This is so that you can plug it into your headset, and in theory, when you're using it, instead of the sound coming through the speaker, it'll go directly to your headset so you can hear it better. All right, so let's talk about how this functions. We have a on and off button. On turns on the screen, which I have noticed does not capture very well. You have to tilt it onto this camera to see. When you have it like this, it doesn't look like that to me. The backlight makes it much harder to see. So as I press buttons, that backlight's going to turn on and it's going to be hard to see at this angle. So I'm going to kind of tilt it like this every time I do that. All right, so while the backlight is off, what we're going to talk about is the basic reading here. You have the date and time, as it just changed there, good timing, the battery level. You have your split time, your first time, the shot number that you're on, which will tell you, say you shoot 7 times, this will say shot number 7, and then it'll tell you your split time from shot number 6 to shot number 7. The first time is going to be from when the sound beeps to when you draw your gun and fire the first round. So that'll tell you how fast you were for your draw. And then your split times, I believe, is just going to be your average. So your average split time out of your whole session. So it'll probably take from the buzzer to your final shot and then divide it by the number that your shot's at. That's my assumption of what will happen. And then you have the ability to cycle through with increase and decrease to change that, and it'll show you each split time from 5 to 6, from 4 to 5, from 3 to 4, and so on and so forth. Operating this, you have a menu button. So if I were to press this button right here, I'm going to tilt it again because the backlight just came on. You can see it's got settings, and you can keep pressing this and it'll take you to all your stuff. So this one reads no shot strings because I haven't shot anything yet. This one says hit factor score. You must have at least 1 shot registered to use this screen, which we don't have yet. This is the Bluetooth connection options, so I'm not going to mess with that yet because I don't want to Bluetooth connect it to anything yet. This is your date and time adjustment. This is your shot sensitivity. So you can see it goes from 0 to 25, and up here I have it set at 13. I'm pretty sure that is what I want for a 9mm, so I'm going to leave it there. We're going to go to the next one. This is your shot dead time from 0.05 seconds to 0.12 seconds, and it's currently set at 0.11. What this does is it reduces the chance of picking up an echo. So after a shot is registered, it will deaden the microphone so that it can't hear any sounds between 0.11 seconds. So if the sound of your shot echoes off a nearby wall, and then comes back to the microphone, it's not going to detect it as a second shot. With 0.11 seconds, the odds of your split times being that low, you're not going to miss registering your second shot. Anybody shooting at a 0.11 second split time is very, very fast. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next one here. This is homepage type direct. This allows you to review, I'm assuming, the types that you're doing, so I'm going to skip that for now. This is your beeper volume. This will just be how loud it is. This is a very nice setting, especially if you plan on doing some sort of dry fire drawing practice in the house, where you just want the buzzer sound to go off so you can practice your draw speed, but you don't want to annoy your whole household. So you can drop this down to a pretty low setting and you won't be able to hear it. Or alternatively, you can plug it into your earphones and you can hear it through those. So we'll go to the next one. Start signal LED enable. Okay, that is, I'm assuming this LED light on the front, and it's currently on enabled. I might turn that off. I don't plan on using it. It'll just drain battery usage. So if somebody who was deaf was using this, they could have it set out in front and they could see that light go off, and then they would know that the buzzer is going off. Okay, so we'll keep going. Backlight on in seconds. So this is what I'm currently struggling with, where the backlight's preventing the video. We'll go to the next one. Start delay time. Okay. We're going to wait for the backlight to go off because we are going to talk about this one a little bit. So hopefully we can get it. There we go. So start delay time. Right now it's on random. When you get this out of the box, it's going to be on instant. And what that means is that when you press this button, you're immediately going to hear the buzzer. So I don't want that because I want to be surprised by the button. I want to have that beep go off at a random time so that I know for a fact that when I hear that sound and I draw, I'm reacting to the sound and getting an accurate representation of what like split-second decision of drawing your weapon might be. So I've got this set between 3.5 seconds and 6 seconds. So that's going to kind of surprise me. So I'm not going to, when I press this button, the sound will go off between 3.5 and 6. And then what I'm going to hope for is that I'm not counting in my head. I don't want to know that it's coming up. So I'm just going to try to think about the target in front of me and not think about the time. And then I'll draw as fast as I can. So that'll give me a good representation of being surprised and drawing your weapon at a moment's notice. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's the last settings. Oh, no, there's par time. So par time gives you something to shoot for. We'll not edit that because I don't actually want to change anything. And then this is the shot string. So this is what we'll save as the last string of shots that records. And I believe it records up to 50 shots in a string. And then we're back to the main settings. Okay, so any of those settings, when you click them, can be changed with these buttons here. And then this button kind of acts as like this is what the setting that I want. So it moves on to the next setting in that screen. We'll do an example right here for you of it actually functioning. Hopefully I can get something to register. So I'm going to press that, and it says get ready. And so you would shoot. Bang! Nope, can't get it to register with the sound of my voice. But after you get that beep, you know, draw, shoot a bunch. If I were to have a loud bang, let's see if I get... No, not loud enough. So that is how that functions. We're going to turn this off now. And you turn it off by holding the power button for 3 seconds, says shutting down. And there we go. So this is going to be a really useful tool in trying to increase my shot speed. I've got a couple of videos where you can see me shooting. Most of those videos are not as fast as I can shoot, but I am aiming for accuracy over speed. So the attempt here would be to get my speed up to a point where when I do start going for accuracy again, I will be much faster. So I think this is a useful tool. I recommend that if you are going to shoot a lot and you do want to shoot quickly and accurately, that you should probably invest in one of these. Don't get too obsessed with your split times. You don't want to sit there being like, oh, I need to get down to a 0.22 split time or something like that. You're not competing with the pros. If you are competing with the pros, you probably already have one of these. You're probably out at competitions. But I do think that this can help even a new shooter. So understanding how fast you're shooting will allow you to understand like, oh, am I shooting too quickly to get accurate shots? So anyways, if you have any questions about this product, drop a comment. I will respond. I will be doing videos in the future where you'll see me at the range using this, and hopefully I can show you some improvement as I go. But thanks for watching, guys.